Is this Mr. Kent Davidson's contact?
Yes, that's me.
My name is Teresa, and I'm a lawyer. Nice to meet you.
A lawyer? What does a lawyer want from me? First of all, how do you know my number?
Let me explain to you later. I would like to ask you a question first. Do you know Iris Smith?
Huh? Iris? Well, yes, I used to date her.
Yes, I know. Actually, 2 months ago, we found out that she was pregnant.
Okay, I see. I'm happy for her. Tell her that I said congratulations.
Why are you being so objective? She's pregnant with your baby.
What?
Your ex-girlfriend got pregnant with your baby. Therefore, we would like you to pay $1 million as child support. If you refuse, we're ready to meet you at court.
Wait, huh? What do you mean?
Iris got pregnant, and you're the baby's father. But Iris does not want to marry you, so she is asking you to just pay for child support. In order to have a discussion, she hired me. I asked Iris for your number, and I reached out to you.
No, wait a minute. There is no way Iris is pregnant with my baby. It's already been 5 years since we broke up. The last time we met was like 3 years ago. I also moved to another place, so we never really kept in touch. Isn't it impossible?
Iris told me that you two met a few months ago. She said the only man she went out with was you in the past few months. We are sure that she's pregnant with your baby.
You're sure about it? Where does the confidence come from?
We will have you pay $1 million as child support. If you agree to pay, you don't have to fulfill your duties as the father, and you do not have to meet her child as well. But if you refuse to pay, we have no choice but to bring the case to court, have you admit about the baby, and pay for child support by force. From my perspective, I do not mind if you would rather bring the case to court, but because we would have to pay for extra fees to bring the case to court, I advise you to pay $1 million right away.
No, but you never know if the baby father is really me until the baby's born. What are you gonna do if I'm not the baby's father? If I wasn't, but still paid for it, this could be considered fraud. Can't we handle this after the baby takes DNA tests?
What? What are you saying?
Huh? Why are you acting like that all of a sudden?
You're being suspicious of me and Iris just because you don't want to pay? Iris doesn't want to cause any trouble for you, so she's just asking you to pay some child support. But here you are being suspicious of a fraud? How rude are you?
No, please, come down. I just pointed out something that didn't make sense in your logic. I really haven't seen Iris for over 3 years, and we don't even keep in touch. It doesn't make sense that you suddenly texted me saying I have to pay money because she got pregnant. You don't listen to what I have to say and only talk about Iris's side of the story. You're talking like it's already decided that I'll pay and that you'll win the court case. Everything doesn't make sense and everything is suspicious. I think it's natural that I'm suspicious of this being a fraud.
Don't you have a heart? You impregnated a woman before her marriage, and you don't even have to take responsibility. You are a horrible person.
I'm telling you that I'll pay if the baby is really mine. I need proof that Iris and I met a few months ago. After the baby is born, we'll take some DNA tests, and if it shows that I'm the father, I'll obviously ask for a certificate of proof in that case. But if I'm really the father, it shouldn't be much of a problem for you.
Of course it would. What about Iris's living expenses until the baby is born and the hospital fees when she gives birth? You are really not considerate about Iris's feelings and her livelihood. In the end, you're trying to run away, making everything vague. If you refuse to pay right now, we can bring this case to court.
Okay, then, just make it a court case.
Huh?
When I tell you that I'm willing to pay, you assume that I'm just lying. And when I tell you I don't want to pay, you treat me like a bastard. What am I supposed to do? Let's settle this at court, then.
Huh? Wait a minute. Wait, I'm talking about the real court. Are you sure?
I'm telling you that I'm ready. It's better than having an endless discussion with you.
But I'm a lawyer. Are you sure about this? You have absolutely no chance of winning. I advise you to pay without bringing this case to court.
Then let me ask you, I'm a lawyer too. Are you sure about this?
What?
I'm a certified lawyer, and that's my career. I'm still a newbie, but I do have some experience, and I don't think I'll lose against you with many logical fallacies.
Huh? You're a lawyer?
Yes! Does that give you a disadvantage?
No, it doesn't, but...
By the way, your name is Teresa, correct? Can you tell me your full name and also which agency you're from?
Huh? Agency? I'm not.
Oh, are you a freelancer? Then can you tell me your registration number?
Why are you asking me this? It's none of your business.
I want to look you up on the internet. If I can get your registration number, I can find your name. If only you are a real lawyer, though.
You're saying that I'm a fake?
I just want to make sure. There's a lot of fraud recently involving fake lawyers trying to steal money. That's against the law number 27. Saying you'll bring the case to court without proof is a threat. You told me to pay money, so you're also guilty of extortion. You could also be guilty of fraud. You might be taken in by the police. It's important to check.
Huh?
So I need you to tell me your registration number. If you can't tell me, that means you were faking your identity, so I will inform the police.
My registration number is, 678.
Huh? 678? The minimum amount of digits for a registration number is 4, and if it's just 4 digits, you'll be considered a very experienced lawyer. Miss Teresa, how long have you been a lawyer?
So that's...
Come on, I know that you're Iris.
Huh? No, I'm not. I'm Teresa, the lawyer hired by Iris.
Gosh, it's obvious already. All lawyers can say their registration number as soon as they're asked. And what kind of lawyer would text through messages? You were trying to speak very politely, but the way you talked was pretty obvious. You can't hide your identity just by changing your name and icon. I kinda knew from the very beginning.
Ugh, if you knew, you should have just told me from the beginning. I didn't know you became a lawyer. Ugh, what a nightmare.
That's exactly what I'm feeling. I didn't know my ex was a criminal. Getting pregnant with your ex's baby who you broke up with 5 years ago? You really thought you could make money out of that lie?
Shut up. I actually got pregnant, but the baby's father ran away, so I'm desperate to get money. Being a single mother is hard. You get that?
I do feel you, but what you did is fraud, so I called the police.
Huh? What?
As I told you before, pretending to be a lawyer is forbidden by law, and if you ask for money, you could be guilty for threatening and fraud. I told you that you could be taken in by the police. That's why I called the police on you.
Huh? You have to be kidding.
I'm dead serious. Thank God I was calm. You were trying to deceive $1 million from me, right? You kinda sounded like this wasn't your first time, so I bet you're used to doing this. You should go get arrested.
Wait, you have to be joking. No, I never intended to deceive you. I just needed money for the baby. I never intended to get involved in a fraud.
Okay, you should tell that to the police officers, not me. Try your best so that you won't end up in prison. I'm not gonna be your lawyer, though. After that, Iris was arrested and sued. Looks like she did the same to 3 of her exes, demanding money, and she had deceived a total of around $400,000. Plus, she was on probation from another case, so she ended up with a prison sentence, and she was thrown into jail. She had to give birth while in prison, and after the baby was born, her relatives would be taking care of the baby until she gets out. By the time she gets out, her child would be old enough to attend elementary school. For her child's sake, I hope she learns to become a better person.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.